Hi, I'm going to show you how you can crush your debts, all your debts, your mortgage, if you have student loan, auto loans, credit cards, any debts that you can pay off. And I'm going to show you how to do it simply by using your own money. You don't need to take equity lines of credit or borrow from banks to pay off your debts. You can do it with your own money and financial literacy on how to do it. And I'm going to show you two clients, two extremes. One person is a teacher, makes under 50,000. The other person makes over 350,000. They both have the same problem. They have debt, they don't know how to pay it off. I'm doing this because sometimes I'm told, well, this only works for people that have debt. It doesn't work for people that make a lot of money, or you have to have a lot of money. I've heard all the spectrum of how and why it doesn't work. What we do is all guaranteed. The interest rates are guaranteed. Everything else is just math. The only thing that's not guaranteed is the client following the plan or initiating the plan. But if you follow the plan, the numbers work. So let's take a look at how we can get started with a client. We get them to fill out a data sheet. And on this sheet, it tells us, hey, well, this lady, she has a mortgage. It's $276.25. $57,000. She's going to pay it for 30 years. Then we look at some debts that they have, and we see how much they owe. We see the interest rates. We see the minimum payment and what they're actually paying. And they're doing what most people do. If you look at the Care Credit, well, right now, she's paying zero interest. So people always tell me, well, look, it's the interest rate. It's the interest rate. It's the interest rate. It's not the interest rate. You need to learn how to control the flow of money in your life. Just like in her instance, probably in yours, it's the same. The flow of money is away from you. You need to learn how to turn that around and start paying yourself back when we eliminate these debts. So in the case of the Care Credit, she's trying to pay it off before the interest rate jumps. So instead of paying the minimum of $81, she's paying $250, or as in essentially overpaying $169. We go to the next page, we can see that she makes $48,000 a year, and she's contributing to a retirement plan of $360 a month, $180 every 2 weeks. She doesn't know what the money's invested in and really doesn't know how much it's earning. So what we do is when we find things like this, we tell the client, let me show you how we can use money that you're already spending. But if we use it more efficiently, it can dramatically change your financial life. So what we'll do is we take this money and we'll redirect it. We found $169 in overpayments on credit cards. We also found $360 that was being put into a retirement plan. Woman only happened to be in her early 40s. So money was going to sit there for almost 20 years without her being able to even touch it. So if we add these numbers together, the 169 and the 360, that's $529 that they're already spending, that we would like to show them how to use that much better. So the 169, the 360, 529. So if we come here, we're going to look and see that we're going to take $500 of the 529 that we found that they were spending, and we're going to show them how to pay off their mortgage with this $500, pay off all their credit cards, their automobiles, and we're going to do it all and save them a lot of time, because right now it's going to take them 30 years. And most people are in the same boat. 30 years to pay off all their debt. And here's the problem, and here's why it takes so long. Over these 30 years, well, she only owes $83,000. The problem is right here. Over the same 30 years, they're going to work almost 2 years of their life because they're only making $47,000 a year before taxes. But this interest is after tax dollars. So they're going to work 1.5 to 2 years just to pay interest. Quite frankly, they are financially enslaved to the people that they owe. And we're going to show them how to eliminate this interest a lot more quickly. So they only owe $83,000, but in essence, they're going to pay at least $132,000 and probably more because they're going to end up refinancing and spending money on other things. But the most important thing is to eliminate the debt and save all this interest that they're giving away. So what we do is we take that same $500 and take them from 30 years to 5.3 years. And while we are so-called snowballing their debt down, understand that we're snowballing their savings up. Each time they pay off a credit card, an auto loan, a mortgage, student loan, whatever it is, what we're going to have them do is take the same dollars that they used to use to pay that debt, and we're going to have them pay themselves back, put that money back in their bank. Each time they do that, they're building up their savings, which is going to allow them to pay their next debt off much more quickly. And understand, while they do this, they're able to use the money twice. What do I mean by that? What do I mean? When they borrow the money from themselves, they're actually going to use their money as collateral. And they're going to borrow it from an entity. They're going to pay off these debts. And once the debt is paid off, JCPenney goes away, but they, in essence, have purchased the debt themselves. So every dollar that they used to send to JCPenney or Care Credit or Lending Club or the auto loan, they're going to start putting back in their pocket. And they're going to do it at a ridiculously low rate, which is much less than 1%. But like I said, it's not the interest rate. It's controlling the flow of money. In this particular instance, this person paid off all their debts but their mortgage in 2 years and 2 months. Just think, how would that feel if you could eliminate an auto loan, all your credit cards, and all you have to worry about is a mortgage? But if you'll notice, it only took a little over another 3 years to have enough money where they could pay off their mortgage and be completely out of debt. So how does it work here? Well, let's take a look. Right now, they're going to take 30 years and they're going to pay $48,000 in interest. But if they follow our plan, they're going to take a little over 5 years and they're going to save almost $33,000 in interest. Money that right now is going away from them, that's good, that they're going to be able to keep. How are they going to do it? Well, they're going to continue to make the monthly payments. They're going to make the minimum payment. When we tell people that, they always say, I'll never pay it off. Well, I just showed you here, instead of doing it the way they're doing it and take 30 years, they're going to pay it off in 5. It's not the interest rate. It's controlling the flow of money in your life. So they're going to continue to make the monthly payments. We're going to redirect the dollars that they're using inefficiently, and what we're going to put it in is what we call your family bank. We're going to pay off their debts. When those debts are paid off, they, in essence, purchase their own debt. So they're going to redirect that money back into their bank. Let's take a look at this family that makes $350,000 a year. Well, they have the same problem. They have a couple mortgages and they have debts and they're making overpayments. They're also contributing to a 401k, $2,000 a month. Just like everyone else, yes, they put the money in, they cross their fingers and hope they're going to make a profit, or when the stock market goes down, they don't even open the mail to see how much they lost. They just cringe. So what we did is, same situation, they were overpaying their debts by $3,500. They were contributing $2,000 to a retirement plan, came out to $5,500. So we said, let us show you what we can do with this $5,500. All right. Right now, that $5,500, you're using it for overpayments or you're putting in a retirement plan. It's still going to take you 34 years to pay off your debt. You owe $668,000. Problem is the interest. $571,000 they're going to pay in interest. Understand, even though this person makes a lot of money, $350 a year, that's pre-tax. So in essence, this $571 is after tax, which means they're going to work 1.5 to 2 years of financial enslavement just to pay the interest to the creditors. You need to learn how to control the flow of money in your life. They owe $668,000, but they're going to pay $1 million, almost $1 million and $1.25 million before they're done. So what did we do? We took them from 34 years down to 6 years. They saved $425,000 in interest. That's interest. Think about it. That's probably 2 years of money that he would give away to all these people that he owes. And in less than a year, he's paid off 3 MasterCards and 2 American Express cards. And if you notice, in less than 2 years, they're going to have the student loan paid off. And in a little over 3 years, 3 years and 2 months, they're going to have this other mortgage off, and the only thing left is their personal residence, which is going to take another 3 years. That's going to free up $6,400 a month that they don't have to pay because all this debt will be eliminated. Same situation. How are we going to do it? Well, right now, the way they're doing it is typical of most people. They're going to pay for over 34 years, and they're at least going to pay $571,000 in interest. We took them down to 6.6 years, and they're saving $425,000 in interest. Same situation. They're going to continue to make the monthly debt payments. That money that we said they're using inefficiently, they're going to put it in their family bank. They're going to pay off their debts, and we're going to use that money and put it back in their bank. And we're going to work on the next debt. And by doing this, their debts and their finances are going to dramatically change. If you want to see how this can help you, call the office or send me an email.